Hiya, folks. This is Rick Emmett of Triumph.
This is Mark Merrill, also known as Johnny B. Bad.
Hi, this is a best-selling author. I threw the best-selling in there. Best-selling author Dick Wybrow.
I'm Melanie from Second Shooter.
This is Jeff with Second Shooter.
Hey everybody, it's Brian Allen from Bridges of Blaze.
Hey, this is Sammy Lee, drummer of the band Red Rain.
Yo guys, it's Mark McKay.
Hey, this is Frank Fletcher.
Hola amigos, this is Billy Sheehan.
Hey guys, this is John Karabi.
Hi, this is Jim Valance.
What's up everybody, it's Logan from All the Pretty Things.
Hey guys, it's Leather Leone.
This is Nothing from Inside the Trojan Horse.
What's up guys, Cassandra Carson here from Paralandra and the Life Project.
My name's Reggie and you are listening to the Weekly Pour podcast. Thanks so much for joining the most amazing twosome out there.
The most amazing things that can happen to a human being will happen to you if you lower your expectations. Welcome to the Weekly Pour podcast. Here are your hosts, TBT and Ace.
Welcome to the Weekly Pour podcast. I am TBT. That guy over there is Ace. Welcome to episode 148. 2 episodes away from an anniversary of 150.
That we
tired.
Didn't foresee. We didn't foresee that coming.
Dude, I didn't think I'd get to like 15. And here we are.
Why are you so tired?
I don't know. I think it's because it was 900 degrees yesterday. And today it's like 70.
It was perfect all day until I got home. And then the heat wave hit. And I had to go out and help the wife unload some groceries and things. And that's when I sweat. I started sweating immediately. I was out in the elements all day in perfect weather. And then I get home and, miserable.
Not just that, but it's also a very, very slow week of news. Very.
Right. You did a good job, though. You found some good stuff.
Well, that's only because I stretched it. I went back 6 days because if I would have been back any further, then we would have talked about everything that we talked about last week. But there's some few things we'll get into. First off, say hi to everybody that's in the chat. I will tell you one thing. We have free reign tonight because we don't have Natalie around. Our moderator has decided to pick her child over us.
I feel like you say that every week.
You know?
That we have free reign.
Maybe it's because we really do have free reign every week. I don't know. But she's not here. But Mrs. Ace is in, Mrs. TBT, Mama TBT, and there's a few others. You guys make sure you hit that thumbs up because you know that helps. We've been getting some weird followers on the Insta of Grams.
Weird, how so?
I don't know if weird is the right way to put it, especially if they're listening. They're going to be like, "Oh, are we weird?" I just different. There was 2 messages. I almost forwarded them to your account because one of them is looking for an American to date in America, and the other one was something to do with increasing our Instagram followers. If you pay $4.99 a month or something, I don't know.
Right, they'll give you a bunch of bots.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you for stepping in and speaking up, Pam. It's nice to see you too. They probably were bots. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of the same kind of messages on our TikTok.
What about the phone? Are we getting more loan offers?
I had
credit cards.
2 today, and one about somebody's internet bill was due. Come to find out it was mine.
I was going to say probably mine, but
no. So mine's due. Yeah. So yeah, no, it's just like whatever. I don't know.
Pay your bill.
I did. I apologized.
Is that why it's clearer today than it was last week? Because you weren't paying your bill?
No, it's because I washed my screen.
And it hurt me. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying it affected me somehow because I was all fuzzy and
No.
blurry, or did you hit that button that you have that controls those things and makes me fuzzy?
Well, moving along, no, I didn't. I didn't hit a button. I don't know. You know how it is. I think it's because it's cooler outside.
Well, it was. Now it's not.
Well, it says it's 80, but the humidity is
No.
like 90.
Right. It's 85 plus humidity plus heat.
Yeah. The Wi-Fi signals actually may be coming off of the Hurricane Aaron off the coast.
It's that time of year.
It is. It's exciting. I mean, unless you're in the path of it.
Exactly. Hurricane season.
About an hour ago, I pulled up the ship finder so you can look at ships and see where they're at all over the place. I pulled up a cruise ship. I don't remember the name of it, but it was with Carnival, and it was currently battling 12-foot seas and I believe 50 knot winds.
How is it battling?
Well, I mean, it is a big ship, and it's probably not really battling per se, but that was a lot for a cruise ship. People are like, oh, you got to post a video. How am I supposed to post a video? I don't know.
Where's it at?
Off the coast of North Kakalaki. Boom. There's one. Yeah, you don't even get any weather on this one. But I looked one up, and yeah, it's kind of, everybody's like just totally enjoying us talk about a cruise ship in 12-foot seas.
You bring up natural disasters. I'm in a group of writers on Discord, and a lot of them are Australian. And so one of the notifications I got was a message, they were posting in our group that they just had an earthquake. It lost their train of thought. They were writing or doing something, and this earthquake hit, and they lost their train of thought. So it must not have been a big one. They said it was a tiny one, but it was their first earthquake. And then someone else from the same neighborhood, Australia, popped in. Oh, I felt it too. And then another one and another one. So that was interesting.
I never knew that they had those in Australia. Whatever. Potato.
No, not even close. But yeah, in real time, I'm seeing this. So that was interesting.
Yeah. What was was it a big one?
No, teeny tiny. They were able to get on Discord and say, oh, wow, an earthquake, So obviously it was not a big deal. But
did they say it like that, or did they use an Australian accent?
If I could hear it other than in my head, yes.
Well, try it.
No, you don't want to hear my Australian accent.
Did a shrimp fell off the Barbie?
Exactly. All the shrimp.
Oh, so it was bigger than just tiny. If all the
shrimp, and then it fell on the Carnival cruise ship that's battling the waves
on the other side of the world.
Exactly.
Wow.
This was an event.
In the words of Ozzy, we are totally off the rails here. This is not a typical episode, I promise.
Are you sure?
Hey, have you seen Janie Lane's daughter?
Only what you sent me.
Okay, so I'll take that as a yes.
That's as far as I took it.
We need to get her on the podcast.
And talk about what?
Talk about her life with her dad before he passed.
Yes, that would be it.
She's got an interesting life going on, stuff in her life, what she's doing. So I think
what is her name?
You would ask me that now. I don't remember.
Well, you're looking at it.
No, I'm not. I'm actually trying to find it. Didn't I texted you, didn't I? Did I tell you her name?
No, you just said Janie Lane's daughter.
Yeah, because I sent the picture and you said, "Who is that?"
Yes, yep, you said Janie Lane's daughter.
And I did say Janie Lane's daughter. Oh, new addition to my family, by the way.
You adopted her?
Two things. No, not her. I changed the subject. Saw a squirrel. Number one, congrats on your 7-year-old now walking. I'm very proud. That's happy.
She's not even a year yet.
I was
or
close.
just at a year. Just at a year, I think.
Yeah. I have a new member as well. It's a 12-foot skeleton in my garage.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That was quite popular when you posted it on the socials.
Yeah. He's got a good name, too. Did I tell you what that was?
You did. You did.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne. A
It doesn't get
large
much
skeleton.
better. Yeah. That's about it. I can't
You're
find
already ready for Halloween.
Halloween?
Oh, is that just normal decor for you?
Yeah, that's just normal decor, and that'll be up all year round. Not taking that down. It's too much of a pain in the butt to get up. The skeleton.
You're gonna put it in like one of those 80 Ozzy Osbourne robes, because that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Or something like that, or somehow make it look like Ozzy.
It's too soon. I'm not even going to go down that road. Think about what you just said.
About how you want to make it look like Ozzy?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It almost already does.
That's terrible.
That's why I said I wasn't going there.
You just did.
No, I was trying to explain it to you. Anyway, speaking of Ozzy,
you bring up Ozzy. You bring up Ozzy.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So there was and I think we talked about this either last week or the week before. There was supposed to have been a documentary put out on BBC about Ozzy. It was a 1-hour film that was supposed to be broadcast. Everybody was looking forward to it. And the BBC, that is the British broadcast company, decided to pull the plug, so to speak, on this documentary. Like, it was an hour or maybe it was a day before it was scheduled to air. They just pulled it, yanked it, didn't say anything. It wasn't for another day that they actually came out and said that they actually postponed it. It's not canceled. It'll come out eventually. They put out a statement, and that statement said, our sympathies are with the Osbournes at this difficult time. We are respecting the family's wishes to wait a bit longer before airing this very special film. The new date will be confirmed shortly. No set definition of what the word shortly means, but that's what it was. There were some people, I guess, that were you're just in an uproar because this thing was planned. Everybody's still mourning, his death,
right?
And they were, somewhat kind of excited to see this documentary and get to see, a recent version of Ozzy. Only for it to be pulled. And, when it was just like gone, like I said just a minute ago, without any explanation. So for them to finally come out and say it was because of the family, that's respected.
Right. And it's not like the interest won't be there in a month or 2 months. This documentary is going to have a place. And I'm okay with it because, it is still pretty soon, and if you put something out there so quickly, it almost feels like exploitation,
right?
And that wouldn't be their intent. I don't think that's not their intent.
No,
they're documenting the last, I think it was a year. Did it say year that they spent with Ozzy filming?
No, it's actually over a course of 3 years.
Yeah, filmed over 3 years, and this is only an hour long.
Yeah. How can you take 3 years worth of stuff and condense it down to an hour?
Right. What did they leave out? And a lot of this is their attempt to move back to the UK.
Yeah.
It says a long-held dream of moving back to the UK. So I wonder how long, because and what events held them back from moving, because up until what? Well, probably 5 years ago, Ozzy could have moved back to the UK.
Yeah.
I mean, his health has been slowly declining, but I think as recently as 5 years ago, he was ambulatory at least. He's not had Parkinson's quite that long, has he?
No, well, yeah, but I just don't think it had progressed, to the point that it had. And if just to speculate a little bit, I would say that that what kept them from moving back may have just simply been the music scene, because everything was over here in the States, the big
Right.
tours and all that. So that's the only thing I would have thought.
He put out 2 records also in that time.
Right.
And one was the series of duets. And to get those people to record, you could do it long distance.
Sure.
Or you can do it in LA, wherever everyone's going to be, or easier for them to get to.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. The music scene, and it wouldn't be feasible to fly back and forth like you might have done if you were 20 years younger. We live half the year in the UK, half the year in Los Angeles, or in the States, or whatever. So yeah, I get it. I get it. So that's the gist of it. And then also documenting him getting ready for this concert, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure if that was part of it or not. Because I thought it was already all done before this. I'm sure there were some thoughts of it, but I know it was all done and ready to put out, before the concert was before it even happened. And we lose Ace, and then we get him back.
I don't understand. Everything was fine. What did I say last?
You said maybe it had some footage of him getting ready for the concert.
Right. Getting ready for the concert. I think that was a huge part of it too. That would be really, really interesting.
And I'm not so sure how much of that they would actually have, because I'm pretty sure this thing was ready to go. This is what I said when you disappeared. I'm pretty sure this was ready to be put out even at the time of the concert. So I'm not so sure how much is there, other than maybe some stuff from the past year, because this wasn't something that was just put together over a course of 2 months.
Right. I'm going by what I thought I read earlier when you sent this to me, that they were filming some of that, but I could be wrong. Either way, it's going to be an interesting documentary when it comes out, because you're going to see the day-to-day that he's going through as well.
Oh, for sure.
With his health in decline, and then wanting to move back to the UK, and if there's preparation for any show he's going to plan on doing, or recording records, or whatever he was doing at the time, it would be utterly fascinating to see just the determination and strength of Ozzy during this trying time he's got.
Right. Yeah. The name of the documentary is Ozzy Osbourne Coming Home. I mean, you can't get much better than that. The actual the statement or the words coming from the BBC, the head of commissioning documentaries, let me try that again. Previously said in a statement, "We are honored to have had the opportunity to film with Ozzy and his family. The film captures an intimate glimpse into their journey as they prepare to return to the UK. It features family moments, humor, reflection, and shows the enduring spirit that Ozzy had to make himself a global icon. We hope it brings comfort and joy to Ozzy's fans and viewers as they remember and celebrate his extraordinary life." So I'm sure with it airing in the UK at some point, it won't be probably an hour before it ends up on YouTube or on a channel that we can get here in the States, because I think there are still some companies, I don't know, like YouTube TV or whatever, that you can get BBC, so might be able to check that out earlier than
Right. There's going to be a lot of content coming out, especially when the Back to the Beginning concert comes out.
Yeah.
And then this documentary, and who knows what else is coming out in the next year. So Ozzy will be definitely in the news for a while, even after his passing.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of Ozzy, the BBC News has come out and says that Black Sabbath's farewell concert we've been talking about this for a few weeks now. There were the Ultimate thing that said, oh my gosh, it came up with $200 million and all this stuff.
Right. And then Sharon comes out and disputes all that.
Yeah. She's like, whoa. It is, number one, is way too early to say. And number two, no, it's not going to do $200 million. Well, the BBC came out, BBC News, and said that the Farewell concert made a total of approximately $45.5 million. That is significantly less than $200 million. And
right.
These figures are from the University of Birmingham, where they were retained. So the money that was raised by the Back to the Beginning event was retained in the West Midlands region, which consists of 7 metropolitan boroughs, including the city of Birmingham, where the concert took place. This doctor who conducted the analysis told BBC News, as regional economists from the University of Birmingham, we thought we would do our bit to honor Ozzy's legacy by estimating the economic impact of his last gig. So that, to me, kind of still throws a little bit of a wrench in there.
Right.
Because this isn't total tallies. This is just their estimate.
This is an estimate.
Yeah. So.
Well, but it's so much lower still.
Right.
And what if the actual number is even lower than that? Now, not to rain on anyone's parade, because $45 million or whatever this number is going to be is still donated to charity is still significant.
Yeah, it's still $45 million than I have.
Right. You wish.
That means I'm broke.
Right. But I am too, all the time. So it's crazy to think, though, why these numbers were so outrageous. They're saying they sold 42,000 tickets, 20% of them being purchased by international fans. That's impressive. Paying prices ranging from 197 euros to 84 euros. And
that's 834 euros.
Oh, I'm sorry, 830. Oh, wow. Okay. Because if you only paid $197 to go to that concert, that's a bargain.
Oh, for sure.
That's a bargain.
I don't know. What's that in dollars? 197 euros.
I don't know. Look it up.
I am. That just means you have to keep talking.
Well, and I find it fascinating that this number's come out, and Sharon, being the voice of reason, saying it's ridiculous to even say that it raised, 50 million, let alone 200.
Yeah.
So, and she's a smart lady. She knows. She was involved in this from beginning to end, and knows what it takes to put on one of these shows. With flights and with stage sets and all the things that get involved in it. So,
yeah. So 197 euros is equivalent to $229.50. So still, I'm sorry, $229 to attend this show all day long.
Right. That's right. Now, that's not including your plane ticket.
No.
Your hotel stay, and things like that. You're going to be out. Oh, but think about it. What are you going to be out on? I don't know what a flight to England from, let's say, New York City is. But I bet it's significant. But you went to the show, you spent $1,200.
Sure.
If you have it. That doesn't sound like a lot, does it?
No. Not for that show. Absolutely not. For literally the last time that you're going to see Black Sabbath performing, not even knowing that this was going to be the last time you see Ozzy perform.
No, you don't know that because, we didn't know how bad he was going to get. We all assumed that he might even do little pop-up shows here and there because of the way he was acting.
Well, and he was doing like Comic Cons or whatever they're called. He was doing
Yes,
for signings and all
conventions.
that stuff. Yeah, conventions. So
Well, and not that long ago, there was the prospect of even making more records. I won't tour, but I can still make records.
right.
I actually thought when he said that, oh, well, we might get 3 more records from this guy.
Or a Christmas album.
Oh, we could hope. Could have hoped.
Right. But I think because of what happened and all that, the show is priceless. I would have easily paid, maybe not easily, but I would have sold my left leg and paid the $1,200 to go to that show.
Right,
twice.
right, and then
because I have
twice,
two.
and then you get the nice tour of Birmingham, and
yeah, going to Birmingham, Alabama is just not the same.
I was just getting ready to say something like that. Yes. The food may be better in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh no, you can't go wrong with fish and chips.
You can't eat that all the time.
Why?
You may have to, considering the rest of the cuisine that England is notorious for.
Beer.
Okay, so you're going to be drunk and throwing up fish.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Oh, such a good time. Speaking of having a good time, a day after last week's episode, we posted this on our socials because I know this was something that I wasn't expecting. And from what I've heard, there was a lot of people that weren't either. But Megadeth's Dave Mustaine revealed last week that the band's forthcoming album, which is due out early next year, so early 2006, will be the final Megadeth studio album of his career. Mustaine shared the announcement in a social media post directly shared with his worldwide fan base via his alter ego Vic Rattlehead, where Mustaine also revealed that the multi-platinum superstar band of Megadeth will embark on a global farewell tour, also kicking off in 2026. This will coincide with the new album. This will coincide with a new memoir that Dave Mustaine is putting out, which we don't have a whole lot of details on. But to get the news that Megadeth is essentially just retiring and doing, we don't know how long this final tour is going to be. It could be a 5-year farewell tour.
It could be a Metallica style thing.
Right.
That's still going.
Right, exactly. But very last and final studio album with the final tour, I was shocked. Absolutely shocked.
Why is that?
Because I would not have expected that this, I want to say this early. To me, as a fan, it's early. They should go for another 10 years.
Dave had health issues, right?
I know. Yeah.
I don't know how old he is, but he's probably his mid-60s by now.
Yeah.
Which in rock and roll years is not that old.
No, not at all.
And not only is he older, but the throat cancer affected his vocal. We know that. And he was he's a peculiar type of singer anyway.
Oh yeah.
So one thing we don't get though is bands announcing last records. We get a lot of farewell tour announcements, but it's rare that someone says, "Hey, it's my last record. We're never doing another one."
Yeah.
And he, of all the people that say these things, I almost absolutely believe Dave Mustaine is sincere in this.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think he's going to go out kicking, but when he's done, he's done.
Yeah. Dave Mustaine released in this statement says there are so many musicians that have come to the end of their career, whether accidental or intentional. Most of them don't get to go out on their own terms on top. And that's where I'm at in my life right now. I have traveled the world and have made millions upon millions of fans, and the hardest part of all of this is saying goodbye to them. We can't wait for you to hear this album and see us on tour. If there was ever a perfect time for us to put out a new album, it's now. If there was ever a perfect time to tour the world, it's now. This is also a perfect time for us to tell you that it's our last studio album. We've made a lot of friends over the years, and I hope to see all of you on our global farewell tour. Don't be mad, don't be sad, be happy for us all. Come celebrate with me these next few years. That's the key right there. Come celebrate with me these next few years. We have done something together that's truly wonderful and will probably never happen again. We started a musical style. We started a revolution. We changed the guitar world and how it's played, and we changed the world. The bands I played in have influenced the world. Hashtag Metallica. I love you all for it. Thank you for everything. And when I say hashtag Metallica, I'm not taking anything away from Megadeth.
No, you're not dissing anything.
At all. So, okay, hashtag Megadeth. But what a profound statement put out by Dave Mustaine.
Yeah, it's well said.
It'll be interesting to see who they have go out with them. I'm just from his statement, I'm anticipating this to be a 2 to 3 year tour.
I can see this, and I'm not joking, similar to what Metallica is doing.
Right.
Where they're rotating opening acts and that sort of thing. That seems to be working out really well for them. I don't know if they would do a 2-night deal, shake up the set list like Metallica's doing. I don't think they would have to, but I could see multiple opening acts.
Yeah.
And as far as the album goes, if I remember right, 2022 they released The Sick, The Dying, and The Dead, which did really, really well. It was number 3 on the Billboard 200, and also critically acclaimed. From what I remember. So even now they're putting out quality records.
Yeah.
So there's no reason this wouldn't be a quality record. It's been 2022. I mean, there's time for them to get some stuff down.
Yeah,
there was good stuff.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. There was a video posted to Megadeth's YouTube page, and there are other social media accounts that had Vic Rattlehead, which is the band's mascot, that's basically been on every album cover there is, much like Eddie for Iron Maiden.
I love that stuff.
Yeah. So in this video, Vic is seated behind a desk with an hourglass and a stack of papers that reads "Confidential 2026." You then have this statement: "For over 4 decades, I've been chained in silence, but the end demands my voice. It is confirmed. The next Megadeth studio album will be the last." So, basically you're getting the words from Dave Mustaine, and now you're getting them, from Vic. 40 years of metal forged in steel, ending in fire. And when the new year rises, the global farewell tour. I can never say farewell. You've heard the warning. Now prepare yourself, Cyber Army. Stay loud, stay tuned, and meet me on the front lines. The clip ends with an illustration of Vic with half of his body lit on fire, which is very, very telling. I mean, that's kind of cool.
It's a very cool looking graphic.
Oh, yeah. And to know, the subliminal message there is, he's going to be cooked. He's going to be done. He'll burn away and float with the ashes. He is being cremated, basically, is what I'm taking from it.
He's very dapper looking, too, in his white suit.
Very, very Colonel Sanders-ish.
The Dave Mustaine story to me is also just fascinating because
fascinating.
That's a guy and he gets picked on a little bit because he does tend to talk about being kicked out of Metallica a lot, and they still use his old riffs. They're still using his riffs, that sort of thing. But this is a guy that he was kicked out of a band that was up and coming, and no idea they were going to be as big as they become. But he could have just rolled over.
Yeah.
But instead, he started over and did it his way and did his own thing, and it's turned into something not quite as big, but almost. It's not far.
No, not at all. I mean, this is a band that has had 8 top 10 albums.
Right.
The latest one, the Sick, the Dying, and the Dead, released in 2022. In its first week of release, it sold 48,000 units and ended up being number 3 on the Billboard 200. And that was literally the 8th top 10 charting album. Countdown to Extinction from 1992 was at number 2. Euthanasia was at number 4. Cryptic Writings, number 10. United Abominations, number 8. Endgame, number 9. Super Collider, 6. And that was back in 2013.
Right.
And then Dystopia in 2016. So, I mean, it's an ongoing thing.
Yeah. And look at the dates. Like, these aren't older records per se. I mean, 07's been a while, yes, and 09, but 07, 09, 2013, 2016, 2022, they're still going strong. The momentum's still there. And I know a lot of Megadeth fans.
30 years that they've been putting out top 10 albums. 30 years. At 1992, when Countdown to Extinction came out, and it was at number 2. And then, like you just said, go to 2022 with The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead, and it lands at number 3. So this is a band, which I know there's others, especially in this genre, that for 30 years, with the fans that they have and the music that they produce, is constantly doing top 10 albums.
Right. They're very consistent. And thrash metal fans are rabid.
Yeah.
In their support of these bands, whether it's Anthrax or Slayer or, Metallica, Megadeth, they're rabid fans, and they show up. They show up and they appreciate what they put out.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Real quick, I want to say hi to Kathy, who just jumped into the chat. So I hope she's doing all right. Welcome. If you get a chance, I might put this image of Vic on our socials, because it is just a very dapper image of him. But I'm looking forward to this album. They have not been a disappointment. It's just like anybody else that you really like, and they put out an album, you like it. You may not like a couple songs, but doesn't matter. And I think this will end up being a good one, especially with it being their last one. I think they're going to go out on top.
Yeah, go all out and put out a good record and put out a good tour. I guarantee it'll be good.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of touring, this isn't even really touring, but we've talked a few times about this new Kiss cruise that's actually taking place in Vegas. So it's landlocked. So they call it Kiss Cruise, landlocked in Vegas. It was in a new interview with Guitar World magazine, that Ace Frehley was asked if he was invited to participate in this Kiss Cruise landlocked in Vegas event, which is, of course, taking place November 14th through the 16th at Virgin Hotels in Vegas. Ace Frehley said, yeah, they asked me, but I declined.
Well, it doesn't really give a reason why, except he just says he doesn't want to be a part of that. There's no way I'm going to be involved with that,
No, I don't know.
I don't know. Unless there's some residual, ill will over the farewell tour, because they weren't involved in that.
Well, according to Gene, they were invited, but Ace and Peter both wanted something. Instead of just saying, oh yeah, we'll be there, it was, hey, I want this and I want that. Again, this is according to Gene. And Gene was like, yeah, well, you can't have that. Just join us to celebrate. And it didn't happen. One of the things that Ace says, and I don't know if this holds water to why he doesn't want to do it, but referencing the fact that Kiss played its last two concerts in December of 2023 at Madison Square Garden in New York, where none of the group's former members made guest appearances, Ace says basically their biggest mistake is that they should have done that, being this Vegas thing, at Madison Square Garden, not in Las Vegas in a 5,000 seater or whatever it is.
Right.
Does he have a point?
As far as this could be bigger?
Sure.
Probably. I think there's a mystique of the attraction of Vegas. So
obviously.
Everything's bigger in Vegas. It's Vegas, baby, whatever. But yeah, I think he does have a point. And this is the first I'm hearing of them being invited to the last show at MSG anyway. All reports I've heard for a long time is that there was never an invitation, except there's an open invitation to come on anytime. Join us whenever. You're all welcome. To me, that's not really an invitation. I think what Ace and Peter would want is something very specific.
Yeah.
Something, and I think they've earned that. I don't know what he's talking about, whether they wanted money or something else. I have a feeling I know what that something else may be, which has to do with the makeup. To speculate, I mean, Ace has talked about before. Why would he want to step on stage and play next to someone who's wearing his makeup?
Right.
Now this wouldn't be like that because they're not wearing makeup here.
No.
For the Vegas show. But yeah, why would you want to go on stage and make an appearance and play next to someone who's imitating you? They're being paid to imitate you.
Yeah. He could have had,
and the same goes.
He could have went up there with Natalie and Mini Kiss.
Right. So I understand what his beef there, and I think there may be some residual effect carrying over into this Vegas deal.
Yeah, possibly. So according to Gene Simmons, this is what he said. He said, I personally invited Ace and Peter to jump up on stage with us at Madison Square Garden for the final Kiss concert. Hey, why don't you come invite him on the show? I did, but they said, no, I want this and I want that. Well, you can't have that, but join us to celebrate the beginning. So who knows?
Right, who knows? And Gene would be the one to do the inviting because I feel like, from all accounts, his relationship with Ace is pretty decent.
Right.
It's not so damaged that they can't communicate.
Yeah.
I can't speculate on anyone else's relationship per se, and I just know what I've heard.
Well, and for this to be done in Vegas at a 5,000 seat venue, and I don't know if it's actually 5,000 seat or not, whatever. Madison Square Garden, that has a capacity of 19,000 versus the supposed 5,000. 5,000 is more intimate, number one.
Right.
And number
that's
two,
the point of this. That's the point of this, isn't it?
I think it is, but I think it also goes back to what you said. It's Vegas. I mean, Vegas is literally getting everything. You've got Metallica talking about doing something in the Dome or the Sphere. You've got Sammy Hagar doing, a Vegas residency. You've got Motley Crue maybe or maybe not doing a residency. You have the Super Bowl in Vegas. You have WrestleMania, who was supposed to be going to New Orleans, and they said, you know what? You can have it another time. We're going back to Vegas because Vegas is just it. I mean, it is just the entertainment. It has taken over Hollywood's title.
I was just going there because I read something recently where basically Hollywood, Los Angeles area has lost a lot of that shimmer and shine to Vegas
Yeah.
because of what you just mentioned, and not only that, they they've taken their football team. Well, the Raiders, depending on Oakland or L.A., whichever one. The A's are going to be there soon.
Yeah.
Whenever the stadium gets built, there will probably be basketball at some point.
They've got hockey already. They've got the Golden Knights.
They've got a good hockey team. That's the thing.
They've already won the cup.
Right. It's a good team. Which I find that funny just because it's Vegas. So you would think it would just be built on attraction, glitz and sizzle. But no, they're good. So not only do you have concerts, it's not just gambling, and all of that. You've got great restaurants, you've got gambling, you've got shows to go to, and you've got sports. I mean, as far as vacations go, if that's your thing, you're going to find everything there.
Absolutely anything and everything. No matter what your lifestyle is, it's there. So why not go to Vegas? You can have absolutely everything that you ever wanted. Oh, and let's go catch a show or 5.
And on the other end of this, the performer part, half of those guys, if they're not living in Tennessee, they're living in Vegas.
Right.
I can't speak for Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons and those guys, but they've always been LA based. But regardless, that's just a short flight to Vegas.
Yeah. I gotta look and see where we're at on time. All right, we got about 15 minutes left. I want to make sure we hit. We got 3 more stories that we really need to hit. I want to touch on one of these just right quick. There was recently an account from David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth was I guess talking some smack, if you will. Most people would take it as him talking smack. I guess I don't know. It's David Lee Roth. So you never really know if it's smack or not. But a lot of people were like, "Oh man, he's really dissing on Hagar and blah blah blah," because Sammy Hagar, was talking about how he was greeted by Eddie Van Halen in a dream, where they got together, they made a new song, which ended up being Encore, Thank You, Good Night, which came out just this past April. Well, while performing, 7 days ago ish, something like that. David Lee Roth was making some comments about Hagar's claim, and all of a sudden now David Lee Roth and Eddie were smoking Marlboro, Ghost Marlboros, and hugging each other and all this stuff. And people were like, "Oh man, he's really talking smack about Hagar," but Sammy doesn't see it that way. He is downplayed.
He didn't take it like that.
No, he's downplayed those comments and claims that basically David Lee Roth is throwing out the first olive branch.
Right. It's a weird story. It's a weird story. And
yeah,
like you said with Dave, you never know which way he's going, but yeah, Sammy basically what he said on stage was you all know Sammy Hagar, he's got a great voice. There's a compliment right there.
Sure.
And Sammy he described to the media about 6 weeks ago that the ghost of Eddie Van Halen visited him and graced him with a song that he memorized and then went home and recorded. It's on the internet. Roth continued, "I don't know what the odds are, but last night the ghost of Eddie Van Halen visited me in that effing hotel room. I was watching the weather report and he came in and was laughing." And he goes on to talk about smoking cigarettes, etc. Yeah. And they made a joke together that, that song I gave Hagar? Dave says, "Yeah, what? It's actually Iron Butterfly's In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida backwards. Don't tell him." And they laugh. It's a fun story to tell during the interlude between a song. The crowd chuckled. You take it however you want to take it.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound that bad. I've heard Roth say a lot worse about Sammy Hagar.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah, a lot worse. And to Sammy's credit, he's not taking anything out of it other than he thinks that Dave's being real. That he saw the ghost too. He saw Eddie Van Halen also.
So is that Sammy's version of the other side of the olive branch? Yeah, buddy, I believe you. You're seeing ghosts.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying here. I believe Dave had the dream as well. Dave is a good storyteller, but there's truth in between the showmanship. It's all good with me. Keep it up, Dave. These songs we both wrote with Eddie need to be carried on forever. So, Hagar's very sentimental in his older age anyway, and is less likely to take, or be angry about any of this stuff. He wants to be friends with everyone right now.
Oh yeah,
and that's good. That's good. He wants to reconcile with everyone.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
One person that may or may not want to reconcile with everybody, but in a recent interview, he was asked if he thinks personal conflict between band members is good for creating music. Sebastian Bach responded, I wished Viper was here. Sebastian Bach responded by saying, well, to an extent, music has a life of its own. And us as human beings, we are so passionate about music that it causes musicians to argue about the music because we all want it to be the best it could be, and we all think we know how to do that. So you'll get a lot of butting heads, like David Lee Roth with Eddie Van Halen, or me with Rachel Bolan. I think I know how to do it at its best, and so does he. The sad part is that we're stronger together than apart. Or at least we were. Maybe not now. He goes on and on and on, and it ends up saying, but we're so passionate about Skid Row, all of us, that we can't see eye to eye about the band, and it's very sad. We just talked about this last week, how things have been super silent.
Yes.
And now there's this out. And I'm looking at this interview with Sebastian as something that's just a little bit different. This isn't him bashing anybody. He's like, I know you want to do what's best for the band. I know I want to do what's best for the band. And we just can't see eye to eye.
And what does Sebastian think is best for Skid Row right now? Him being in it.
Right.
And
so do I.
Right. I agree. And what is Rachel saying about it? Apparently, maybe not. But like you said, it's been so quiet. Sebastian says in this article that he just did a gig with Rob Affuso, former drummer of Skid Row, and talked about how magical it was. It was crazy. It was great. You could feel it. So there's someone already connected to the original band. And I think Sebastian feels like he can make that connection with, Rachel Bolan or Dave Sabo again, if they would just let him do it.
Yeah. He makes a comment. I don't know if you were gonna say that. But when he was out there with Rob, he goes, the magic between him and Rob is crazy. He goes, you can feel it. And to me and him, we have a chemistry that when we're on stage together, it's undeniable. And we both say to each other, man, this is really heavy, us two together. Can you imagine if it was all five of us, the old band together? The chemistry and the nostalgia factor of seeing us five together would be really remarkable. And I hope it happens someday because we're all still alive. So hopefully it'll happen while we're still alive. I don't know. I think we're getting close.
Do you think, right, and do you think him talking about it in this way, in this interview, is a way for him to throw this out there, knowing that they'll see it, they'll hear it?
I do. Yeah. You have people that pay attention to things that I say. I have things that I have people that pay attention to what you say. It's going to get back to us one other way, one way or another.
Right, because no matter what, as far as we know, they don't have a singer. They don't have anybody. I don't know if they have anyone in mind.
Yeah.
They're still going through all the tapes that came in from the East Coast.
Yeah, exactly. One person that they could probably get really, really fast to be the voice of Skid Row, if that's what they wanted to do, is to get none other than John Stamos, who just so happens to be attending the Riot Fest in 2025. So this year, the Chicago-based festival. John Stamos has been one of the names that has consistently been tossed out at the top of the wish list of performers. The Full House General Hospital and ER star has managed to dodge persistent requests over the years, but now he's finally responded to the queries and may finally appear, but only if certain demands are met. And we're spending the last 4 minutes talking about these demands because they're amazing.
They're hilarious.
I'm going to let you read most of them let me read this real quick. Nope, I can't read that because that's going to give it away. So the Riot Fest was recently informed by Mr. John Stamos that after over a decade of social media harassment from Riot Fest, he will finally break the curse and has tentatively, begrudgingly agreed to attend Riot Fest on September 20th in his official capacity as drummer of the band The Beach Boys. But first, he has a few demands that we, the organizers, must meet.
Right. So number one is Mike Riot, or Riot Mike, the founder of Riot Fest, must get a John Stamos tattoo. And he's already done that. There's a picture in the article.
Yeah.
This might be my favorite one. A John Stamos lookalike contest must be hosted by Riot Fest. I don't know who they're going to get for that, but they must be coming from everywhere. 3, a local Chicago pizza restaurant must make and sell a Greek-style pizza named after and in honor of John Stamos. He wants his own pizza.
I like it.
Does he have any idea what that, I mean, or is he in charge of it?
I don't know.
Or they just got to come up with something that he agrees with. Number 4, John Stamos's green room must be stocked with these items. A body pillow of John Stamos.
Not for, of.
No,
That's
of
crazy.
John Stamos. A nude painting of B. Arthur.
That's one of the Golden Girls.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there one in existence already, I wonder?
I'm going to Google it.
Unlimited hummus served in a guitar case. Why?
I love this list.
Number 5, the Riot Fest Twitter person must give John Stamos a foot rub. Does he know who that person is?
I don't think he cares.
It doesn't matter. A special John Stamos Riot Fest t-shirt must be designed and approved by John Stamos.
Can you save number 7 for number 10?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll skip 7 for now. Number 8 is a lifetime supply of combs for his many fans. So everyone gets a comb. Whenever John Stamos is supposed to say Riot Fest, he is allowed to say Riot Fart. Number 10, not the last one, John Stamos masks must be printed out for the crowd to wear. So you get a mask if you want to wear it.
Sure.
But the one we saved for last, number 7,
I can't.
No one is allowed to make eye contact with John Stamos's hair. So over the next few weeks, this is in their little press release, over the next few weeks in the lead up to the festival, we at Riot Fest will make every effort to complete this list of demands from Mr. John Stamos, so he will be in attendance at the Riot Fest 2025 in Chicago, Illinois. Outside of his list of demands, Riot Fest organizers are doing their best to show the actor that they intend on adhering to his wishes and want him to know how much he's beloved by the Riot Fest attendees. They've already launched a social media campaign to determine where Riot Mike will receive his tattoo and what he should get. But we have a photo saying that he's already got one, I thought.
Yes. Yeah, he did.
They've also offered fans a chance to wish the actor a happy birthday while trying to get him on board to attend the festival by sending him birthday messages.
Yeah.
So
I
love this.
The appearance comes after years of attempting to get Stamos' attention. It started back in 2013 when the festival tagged the actor in a tweet asking him to reunite his Full House band Jesse and the Rippers.
Heck yeah.
That's as per WGN TV.
With their big hit, the cover of My Sharona. I remember
subsequent years have seen organizers commission a butter sculpture of the actor and curating a John Stamos art show. Riot Mike has apparently already made his tattoo appointment, and Giordano's Pizza has been in talks to create a Greek pizza that they will name the Stamos Supreme. So just know, when you become a rock star and your festival wants you, this is the kind of rider that you need to have. Not the 20 bottles of Evian water or the green M&Ms separated from the orange. You need combs. You need masks. Right. And nobody
better
look at your damn hair.